Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Renee Box Young, a platform where we simply discuss, critique, analyze, and simply talk about the sport of boxing. Definitely in a coherent, mature fashion. Definitely, man, level-headed. You know how we do it here, man. You know, subscribers since day one, recent subscribers. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for tuning into the Flash Lives, premieres, you know, in real time, such as this. Playback family, what's good? Salute, kings and queens. Thank you so much for your support. Hey, hit the notification bell so you know when I do my Flash Lives and push content such as this. If you're a new listener, you know, if you love the sport of boxing, this is a place for you. You know, we just love the sport of boxing. It's as simple as that. We don't complicate life, definitely. Recently, I haven't done any Flash Lives recently, as of late at least. But I'll be going back to it. I've just been real busy. You know what I'm saying? Hectic lifestyle sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But it's great. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying every minute. Fight in life. We fight in life. And we keep pushing forward, man. Hey, I definitely, you know, I was planning to go live, and I will soon, you know, to give my post-fight reaction in a live session, okay? Just to break it all down and, you know, just have fun and share, you know, you have fun and listen to your opinions, you know, in a live session and things of that nature. But I definitely had to push this video, man, as soon as I could. And just give my reaction, you know what I'm saying, concerning, as you can see in the thumbnail, I mean, this was just beautiful. And I was proven wrong again, you know. I mean, I was definitely going for AJ in this fight, concerning, you know, that this bout between Usyk and AJ. The undercard was fun to watch. You know, Caleb Smith, you know, he came back and fought that Castillo guy, you know, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I don't know all these fighters, you know what I'm saying? So, impressive knockout, man. You know, Caleb Smith. It was just fun day of fights on Saturday, you know what I'm saying? And you know, thankfully Castillo is good now. You know, went to the hospital. You know, he was shaking there after the knockout. Man, that was scary. Scary stuff, but you know, fun fights. And Usyk and Anthony Joshua, this really shocked a lot of people and surprised a lot of people around the world. You know what I'm saying? And I had AJ winning. Okay, I thought AJ was gonna win. I'm saying before the fight. Okay, I'm not saying after. I thought AJ was gonna win. I thought I was gonna go in. You know what I'm saying? And throw them nice hooks on the inside. You know what I'm saying? Get near Usyk, as Anthony Joshua, that's just his signature style, you know, going on the inside, his guard up, throwing some hooks, uppercuts on the inside, knocking his opponents out. And I thought he was going to do that. I thought he was going to, you know, be patient. And, you know, around late rounds, I had AJ knocking out Usyk. I didn't make a prediction fight, a prediction video or anything of that nature, but I did say in other live sessions, you know, I had AJ winning, because I wasn't personally, and everybody knows the story. As far as with me, I wasn't really convinced with Usyk in the heavyweight division. He shocked. I mean, he surprised everybody. That's, you know, that's the beauty. That's the beauty of the sport of boxing, ladies and gentlemen. This is the beauty of it. You know, upsets, you know, surprises. Fighters come out of nowhere and just, you know, show things that they haven't showed in a couple fights previously. I mean, just a quick example, you know, Rosado, who is scheduled, if I'm not mistaken, to fight Munguia soon, because Munguia pulled out of the Yaremchenko fight. You know, Gabe Rosado, you know, wonderful performances in his last couple fights, ladies and gentlemen, even though, you know, when Gabe Rosado fought Daniel Jacobs, they gave Daniel Jacobs the win, if I'm not mistaken, if I recall. But Gabe Rosado put up a really good fight. A lot of people thought Gabe Rosado won that fight. After that, you know, Gabe Rosado fought some other dude, forgot how to pronounce his name, but, you know, he knocks him out. And a lot of people thought that the other guy, you know, up and coming, all knockouts or whatever, you know, got knocked out by Gabe Rosado, because Gabe Rosado has been improving out of nowhere. You know, that's the boxing game, ladies and gentlemen. This is why we love the sport of boxing. You know, you got big stars, big fighters, champs, whatever you want to call them, right? And we think they're gonna win, and it's the other way around. What just happened with Pac-Man and Usyk too? I mean, it's just, you know, the list goes on and on, ladies and gentlemen. You know, and I know a lot of people are criticizing right now Anthony Joshua, saying that, you know, he never was what we thought he was, and, you know, fat Andy Ruiz beat him. And I'm saying what people are saying, not me, okay? But, you know, fat Andy Ruiz beat him, a replacement, last-minute replacement. And, you know, I mean, Anthony Joshua really isn't that good. And, you know, I got to say this first. I definitely respect Anthony Joshua. I've said it time and time again. People are even getting to the extent calling Anthony Joshua a bum, man. People are going to the extent calling him a bum. I mean, whatever. You know, Malik Scott, man. What, you know, Deontay Wilder's trainer. I respect that, man. I respect what Malik Scott is saying. He's like, you know, a lot of people out there calling AJ a bum all of a sudden. And, you know, I'll block those guys. I block them on Twitter, whatever. But the point here is that, you know, Malik Scott's stance, you know, saying AJ's not a bum. I mean, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. I'm not saying that, you know, Anthony Joshua sucks now all of a sudden because, you know, Usyk schooled him. But it was just beautiful. It was beautiful. I think Anthony Joshua still has, you know, a future in the career, obviously. And like I said, time and time again, ladies and gentlemen, you know, we gotta go through that whole undefeated stuff. And you know, a couple losses doesn't define your whole career. You know, he fought a legitimate opponent. Now I gotta go back to this and just, you know, get my point clear. I wasn't convinced of Usyk, and these are the types of fights, ladies and gentlemen, that convince the world. These are the type of fights, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta repeat it, that convince the world. Okay. Same thing. I mean, there are so many examples, you know, in different divisions with other fighters where you say, you know what, I'm not convinced yet. I need to see him step up. I need to see him perform, you know, as he's being hyped up and how he performs, you know, just generally speaking here, okay? Why? Because everybody knows the story with Usyk and cruiserweight division. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows the story. Undisputed, amazing, ladies and gentlemen, amazing performances in the cruiserweight division and how he performed and his skills. But when he translated over to the heavyweight division, you don't see those same skills, you know, to the degree where you saw those skills in the cruiserweight division in Usyk in his last couple performances before Anthony Joshua. Okay, and his two performances, you know, against Witherspoon. Yeah, I mean Witherspoon. I mean, who's that? You know what I'm saying? All due respect, but and against Chisora, gassing out against Chisora, you didn't see. I mean, styles make fights, ladies and gentlemen, and you didn't see even close the sharpness, you know, the beautiful ring IQ and the speed and the angles and the footwork, and you know that you saw, you know, that we saw against Anthony Joshua. Between Usyk and Joshua, man, it was just beautiful work, ladies and gentlemen. I'm assuming this is what happened. That he just got acclimated to the heavyweight division, man. He got acclimated to the weight, worked on the speed, worked on the IQ, you know, as he did in the cruiserweight division, and he just adapted and got acclimated. I mean, what was beautiful about this, man, is that Usyk, I mean, everything he did in there was great. Obviously, he was getting hit. Of course he was. I mean, there's photos coming out, I guess, you know, out there that you know, show he got touched up. Usyk got touched up, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Let's not say that Anthony Joshua just didn't do anything at all. You know, he was landing on Usyk too. But the IQ prevailed, ladies and gentlemen. Skills pay the bills. And this is what I've been saying for a minute. Come on now. This just proves what I've been saying for months, man. You know, for a long time. There's no excuses. People trying to defend Rigondeaux when he fought Lomachenko, and you know, he was a smaller guy. Look at Usyk, ladies and gentlemen. He definitely was a smaller guy against Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? I don't buy that small guy stuff, and you know, this guy's bigger, he's gonna lose, or you know what I'm saying? And I didn't even mention size when it came to Anthony Joshua and Usyk on the build-up of the fight. I was just looking at the IQ in the ring, you know, the performances, and how Usyk performed in his first couple fights in the heavyweight division. Size had nothing to do with it. I never mentioned size. Never. The whole world was talking about the size. You know, everybody else was talking about, oh, you know, look at Anthony Joshua way taller, the reach, and blah, blah, blah. I mean, yes, of course, the reach and size have some factors, but skills pay the bills, man. I don't know how else to say it. Skills pay the bills, ladies and gentlemen. Look at another example. Tank Davis, when he fought Barrios. Look at the size, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now. I mean, you can go on and on with these examples. You know what I'm saying? You can just go on and on with the size different stuff. You don't, you know, give a crutch to fighters who lose when they fight a bigger guy. No. Because when they beat the bigger guys, there's nothing to say against that. You just, skills pay the bills. Usyk's skills were immaculate. I mean, just beautiful stuff. And what blew me away, and like I said, I got to reiterate, I mean, Anthony Joshua was landing on Usyk also, you know what I'm saying? But what blew me away is that Usyk, man, he wasn't running around the ring much. He wasn't using, you know, he was just toe-to-toe. Ladies and gentlemen, he was toe-to-toe. You know, it really set Anthony Joshua off. Really set him off. From the first 30 seconds approximately of the fight in the first round, landed a beautiful, if I'm not mistaken, you know, straight left, boom, whiplash. And you saw that round after round. You saw that round after round with that left and the jabs and, you know, just the you know, his wonderful defense on the inside with his footwork, man. I mean, just Usyk, man. I got a newfound respect for Alexander Usyk, man. Newfound respect. And as you see him, he's teaching there, giving classes in session. He gave Anthony Joshua a lesson, ladies and gentlemen. He gave him a lesson, man. And that's why you see Usyk there with the gold grill, you know, enjoying the fruits of his labor. And and understand, ladies and gentlemen, Usyk, whoever bet in this fight, whoever bet for Usyk, man, cashed in on this. I don't do that betting stuff, and I really don't know what the heck it means as far as the odds, minus 225 and plus 300. I freaking don't know, but all I know is that Usyk was the huge underdog. And in the bettings, you know, the lines, whatever they call them, man, I don't know. I'm no betting guy, but whoever betted on Usyk, man, cashed in, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh. And that's another point here. Usyk was a huge underdog, man, from what I understand at least. And just imagine the pressure. Now, I gotta say this too. When I saw the ring walks, okay, I didn't even understand. I didn't even know. I thought the guy who, you know, the first fighter who did the ring walk, who walked in the ring or whatever, I thought it was AJ. I thought it was AJ, and I made a big mistake. I was like, oh, look at AJ. He's in the zone. He has tunnel vision. You know, he was walking to the ring, the hood over his head, and just straight to the ring. Tunnel vision. To my surprise, it was Usyk. To my surprise, ladies and gentlemen, it was Usyk with that tunnel vision. And that ring walk, ladies and gentlemen, said a lot. He didn't care about the flashiness. He didn't care. You know, it reminds me of the legends back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson, for example, when he did them ring walks. He wasn't dancing. He wasn't freaking, you know, giving a show, a circus there. I'm not saying fighters who dance or circuses or whatever, but, you know, I don't. You can just tell a lot from the ring walk, man. You know, Usyk went straight to the ring, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I mean? He was in tunnel vision. He knew what he was going to do. He went in the ring, and you know, he was just in tunnel vision. He wasn't intimidated at all. You know what I'm saying? And being a huge underdog, and ladies and gentlemen, come on now. Did you see how freaking huge the stadium was? How many people were in that audience? It was huge. You know, Anthony, this is another thing, man. Come on now. Anthony Joshua, you really got to wake up, because he's used to that limelight. Anthony Joshua is used to, you know, it seems like okay, now that's another point I want to say too, man. One, he's so used to that limelight. I don't know why, you know what I'm saying? He didn't feel any pressure. I think Usyk, man, look at the mental fortitude of Usyk with that huge stadium. He was the huge underdog. Most people in that crowd, if I'm not mistaken, were going for Anthony Joshua, man. It was huge. Man, and I've said it time and time again, those UK fans, man, those UK boxing fans, they bring it. It's such a beautiful atmosphere, man. I would love to go to one of those fights one day in the UK. That would just be amazing. Amazing. I know that, you know, Vegas or whatever is called the Mecca of boxing or whatever, you know, United States and stuff. I get it, but the UK, man, as far as the atmosphere, the crowd, it's amazing. It's amazing, ladies and gentlemen. I was just freaking watching it there on the screen, and my gosh, imagine being there live. Imagine being there live. And it just goes to show the mental fortitude of Usyk. Imagine being Usyk, ladies and gentlemen, in that position. He wasn't straight at all. He went in with a game plan, and he executed that game plan, ladies. Let's show some respect. I mean, I got to repeat what I said earlier. This is a newfound respect I have for Usyk. Beautiful stuff, man. This is what boxing is about. Beautiful upset. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful upset. Now, another thing I want to say here is this with AJ. I think he was overlooking Usyk, man. Big no-no on the part of AJ, and he has to learn from this. You know, he has to learn from this huge loss, being humiliated in that ring. Why humiliated? Because Usyk, I repeat, he showed him freaking boxing IQ. I mean, that was just amazing stuff. You know what I'm saying? Kind of reminds me, it wasn't to that degree, obviously, but kind of like what Floyd Mayweather was doing to Canelo. I mean, it was just straight up boxing, you know, hitting where he wants to hit, having fun. Usyk, it probably wasn't to that degree, but, you know what I'm saying? Because Canelo really didn't land much at all on Mayweather, but, you know, you get what I'm trying to say here, you know. And I personally think that AJ was just overlooking Usyk, man. Why? because I said this in one of the last, live sessions I had concerning, and we mentioned this talk. We were talking a little bit of Usyk and Anthony Joshua there. And I said, Anthony Joshua better not be looking over Usyk, man. Because why? All these interviews, man, that AJ was having or whatever, I mean, a lot of the talk was Tyson Fury, man. Who cares about that right now? You got an opponent in front of you, and his name is Usyk. And I personally think, it seems like Anthony Joshua dreams of this guy, Fury, man. I don't get it, man. I mean, I think he overlooked him, and you paid the price. If Anthony Joshua was overlooking Usyk, you paid the price, and you paid it hard. Yeah, he got a wonderful paycheck and stuff, but you freaking lost, and you lost those belts, man. Ladies and gentlemen, these fighters got to learn. Don't overlook your opponents, man. You got to stop that big-headed stuff. I'm not saying Anthony Joshua is big-headed, but you stop underestimating and disrespecting your opponents in that fashion. When a fighter overlooks their opponent, they're disrespecting them, man. And look what happened. I mean, my gosh, Usyk, speed, precision, sharp. It was just beautiful. And what blew me away more is what I said earlier. He was toe-to-toe with Anthony Joshua. Of course he was using the footwork, He's smart, man. I mean, Usyk, man, his IQ is amazing. Amazing stuff. And look how, this is a trip, man. And this is how beautiful boxing is, right? When it comes to these kinds of upsets. The whole world, ladies and gentlemen. For how long was Hearn blabbing his mouth off concerning Anthony Joshua and Fury? Anthony Joshua and Fury. Shut up about that already. Because in all this Hearn blabbing that off, and Anthony Joshua, also all these guys, man. You had Wilder, sitting there, and that fight pending between Fury and Wilder. And that fight is about to go down, hopefully. Okay, it's very soon. Hopefully Fury doesn't pull some shady stuff. So just focus on the fight at hand. These fighters and these freaking promoters got to stop overlooking what's going on with the fights that are at hand, the tangible fights. And why am I saying this? Because look what Usyk did, man. He just messed up the whole formula. And that's awesome. That's amazing, man. He messed up the whole formula, the whole plan that Hearn had. And that Anthony Joshua had. Because all Anthony Joshua was talking about in these interviews, man, he's mentioning a lot of, Fury. That's not the only thing he was mentioning, obviously. Of course, he was talking about the Usyk fight and stuff, but it would always go back to Fury. It would always go back to Tyson Fury. Undisputed Tyson Fury. You don't even know if you're going to beat Usyk, man. What the heck are you talking about? Hearn blabbing his mouth. And this is the thing, man. Usyk came and mixed it up, the whole talk now, and things changed drastically. I'm sure, man, and I'm assuming, right? And this is to top it off. Eddie Hearn, man, they did this whole career-long, lifelong, whatever they call it, contract with Anthony Joshua. I'm assuming that contract included a Fury fight, because they probably thought, Usyk, we're gonna go walk through this guy. Wow, were they proven wrong? And that's crazy, isn't it? They didn't expect, man. I don't think Eddie Hearn expected Anthony Joshua to lose like this, man. No, but a lot of people didn't. A lot of people. I'm assuming a small minority thought Usyk was gonna win, man. Maybe 40% of fans out there, boxing fans generally speaking, thought that Usyk would win. And this was all before, Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn did this, before this fight, that career-long, whatever they call it, contract. Oh my wow, man. That's crazy. And then Anthony Joshua ends up losing like this, and that's exactly why Eddie Hearn, man, I mean, looks like that dude was crying, man. I mean, they didn't expect this to happen. And you see how beautiful the sport of boxing is. A lot of us say one thing, but it's just the fighter comes in, shows up and shows out, gives an immaculate performance, and proves the world wrong. Hey, that's what it's about. These kinds of fights, man, this is what the sport of boxing is about. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Now, what's going to happen after this? Now, I don't, you know what I'm saying? This is the same thing that happened with Eddie Hearn and, the whole, stipulations in the contract concerning Anthony Joshua and Ruiz. That rematch thing is always there. Whatever they call it, rematch clause, that, that stipulation, it's always going to be there. Because Hearn doesn't want, everybody knows, man, Anthony Joshua is Hearn Hearn's cash cow, man. And I'm sure Eddie Hearn was crying on the way back home, man. I mean, oh my gosh, after that fight. For crying out loud. I mean, he was walking out of the ring, you know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn with Anthony Joshua, and, you know, he turned to a fan and he was offended, you know, Eddie Hearn. I mean, you can just tell, man, he wasn't happy. I mean, who's going to be happy? But, you know, Eddie Hearn, he's relying on Anthony Joshua. You know. And Anthony Joshua, once again, talking like he did when he lost against Andy Ruiz the first time. He's going to go right back to the ring and train his butt off. And hey, I respect that. I'm not taking anything away from Anthony Joshua concerning what he did and how he came back and got the Andy Ruiz win, man. Andy Ruiz himself admitted, ladies and gentlemen, let's not go to the judges. Let's not go to that. No, because when Andy Ruiz and Anthony Joshua rematched, what did Andy Ruiz say after the fight? I lost my focus and blah, blah, blah. Y'all know the story there. Andy Ruiz's coach even came out and exposed it all. So we don't even have to get to this whole, judges are robbing, and, you know, in this case, no. So I got to respect that in Anthony Joshua, man. He's doing the same thing that he did after the first Andy Ruiz loss. What is Anthony Joshua talking about? Rematch, and Eddie Hearn talking much more about the rematch. Why am I saying all this? Because I don't know if it's like a mandatory immediate rematch in the contract, where if Anthony Joshua would lose, in this case he obviously did, he has to. It's a must that Usyk rematches Anthony Joshua. Now, the thing here, you know, Usyk talked about when he was asked about, you know, after the fight, asked about if he'll rematch Anthony Joshua. Usyk said, I'm going to go home with my family and just rest. Hey, I nothing against that at all. He wants to spend time with his family and just focus on his family. He doesn't want to think of a rematch right now. You know, and who's to blame? I'm not going to blame anything on Usyk. I'm not going to say, hey, yeah, you're ducking him. Of course not, man. There's nothing that doesn't even fit this context here. Rightfully, you know, deserved, you know. Go with your family, Usyk. You just gave a wonderful performance. You deserve to rest, man. Relax. With that gold grill, you're making that money. You're making the money the right way, boy. Man, champ. Going in and fighting the top out there. And beating him. Oh my gosh, it was just amazing. So why am I saying this? Because, like, does he have to go to immediate rematch against Anthony Joshua? Does he have to? Or can he fight one of the... Because he has a lot of mandatories now with all his belts. Or can Usyk turn around and go fight a mandatory in the meantime? You know what I'm saying? Now, if Usyk turns around and fights a mandatory, we can go here in box.live, link in the description. I mean, who would it be? You know what I'm saying? Joe Joyce? I think Usyk beats Joe Joyce, but who the heck knows now with these amazing upsets and surprises. IBF right there, you know what I'm saying? You got Charles Martin right there. Number 1 is Make It, but number 2 is Martin. You know, you got Wilder, obviously, is going to take care of Fury there, or vice versa, right? Andrew Reese is number 2, Dillian White. Oh, I'm sorry, that's WBC, my fault. But WBA, we got Trevor Bryan, you know. He's not a champ, okay, no. The real champ is Usyk. Okay, let's just stop that stupid, you know, regular, whatever the heck they call it, interim, no. Daniel Dubois there, Michael Hunter. So, I mean, you got some names here, ladies and gentlemen. So, what's the question I have here? If he goes... you know, and fights a mandatory, it's going to be one of those names. Great names, man. You know, or does he have to go to immediately fight Anthony Joshua? The way they're speaking, the way Anthony Joshua and Hearn is speaking, you know, they're crying immediate rematch. And did you see how, so we'll see. I mean, if Usyk goes and if he has the right to go fight a mandatory, it's just going to extend the time, you know, for Usyk being champ. And we'll see if he wins one of his mandatories, right? You know what I'm saying? And did you see, I mean, AJ lost the magnitude of, he was just distraught, you know what I'm saying? Did you see after round 12, he was in the corner just agonizing, man. He was in the corner agonizing. Well, Sweet Caroline ain't coming to save you this time, man. Oh my gosh. Wow. He was in the corner just defeated. He was in the corner sitting there just looking in the sky with, you know, with his eyes closed, looking up. It's like, oh my gosh, you know, he was just, wow. You know, and a lot of people say here, and I agree with that, I don't think there's a point for a rematch, ladies and gentlemen. Look how Usyk beat him. He just schooled him, man. He schooled him. I personally don't think there should be a rematch, but you know Hearn, always got to back him up, you know what I'm saying, with those rematch stipulations. Back up Anthony Joshua. And I get it, it's promoter, business stuff, whatever. But when it comes to boxing, when you throw all that freaking business stuff out the window, you know what I'm saying, the politics, I don't think there's a need for a rematch here, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is just amazing. And Anthony Joshua, obviously, I'm sure he's going to go back in training, and I just can't wait. If there's going to be a rematch, of course I'm going to watch this. And we'll see what happens, man. So, I just want to give my little, reaction, 2 cents on the whole fight and stuff like that. Wow, I loved it. So, hey, Renee Boxon, what do you think about this, man? Do you think that Usyk and Anthony Joshua should have a rematch immediately? I don't. Usyk, go on with those other mandatories, and we'll see how we can do with these top guys, man. I mean, Anthony Joshua was one of the top guys. I'm talking about the other top guys, Wilder and Fury. And these other guys, too. You got the mandatories out there. Great competition. I love it, man. This just made, ladies and gentlemen, the heavyweight division a lot more interesting. Come on now. I love it. I love it. I love it, man. So, hey, like I said time and time again, I'm optimistic about the sport of boxing, and we're seeing wonderful things now. Oh, my gosh, this is awesome. So Renee Boxon, thanks so much for liking, subscribing, sharing. I'm saying? Everybody who's been tuning in, man. Recent subscribers, I appreciate y'all subscribers since day one. You guys are awesome. You know what I'm saying? If this is new, if you're new to listening to this, go ahead and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know when I do my premieres, such as this, and when I do my flash lives, etc., man. Playback family, you guys are awesome. Thanks so much, Renee Boxon. Peace out. Comment in the comment section. Peace out, fam.